Good morning, everybody. It is too early. Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan.
And it's Tom and Jerry Day, finally.
It's here. It is upon us. It is no longer just Tom and Jerry week. Today is the day Tom and Jerry is out on HBOMax.
Baby, it's all we've ever wanted.
Look, do we usually talk about video games? Sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
because there's not usually huge movie news that's going to change the history of film and media as we know it.
Exactly.
But today, there is.
Groundbreaking.
Thomas and Jerathan is finally out.
The time is upon us. Now, I know some of you probably stayed up last night to watch.
We're not going to do no spoilers.
No spoilers.
You know, people have been waiting so long for this film.
Lifetimes.
And it's, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be everything that we dreamed, fam. Hey, fam. Hey, fam. It's going to be everything that we dreamed. Listen. And not only do we have all the hype about Tom and Jerry today, we actually have a guest from the crew of Tom and Jerry today.
What?
We have a member of the Tom and Jerry crew that will be joining us later on in the show, so stick around for that. In the meantime,
too early exclusive.
We got that exclusive. This is what you have to do when you say exclusive. Listen, is it Tom or Jerry? You're just gonna have to wait and see.
Oh, thank you. As for that $50 donation, for those of you who don't know, we do have a donation bar down here. We actually put the bar up today. This goal goes towards paying for the lovely editor, Lily, who is often here in chat, and she does all of our YouTube edits so that other people can also see the show.
Yay!
We love Lily, and Lily loves to be able to eat dinner.
Yeah.
And this helps her do that.
And everything that we make after the $500 goal goes to everybody else who helps out on the show, including me and Saige. So your donations are highly, highly appreciated. Because, you know, listen, we can dream about living that Tom and Jerry life, but we ain't got it yet.
It's true.
We ain't got it yet. Hey, let's jump into some big video game news. State of Play happened yesterday. Mm-hmm. And we were expecting a lot. There were a lot of predictions. We made some. We said, then we're gonna see some new Horizon stuff. We're gonna see some of that. We're gonna see some of that God of War. We're gonna see. There's a lot of stuff that we're waiting on.
There's a lot of stuff that was previewed at the initial PlayStation 5 showcase that isn't here yet. That we were like, we'll get at least. I mean, they're not gonna give it to us now, but at least they'll tell us something about it.
Nah, we didn't see any of that. Here's what we got. We started off with Crash Bandicoot 4, which is, of course, already out. It's on the PlayStation 4, but we found out that it will be on the PlayStation 5 with PlayStation 5 features.
Okay.
Great.
Look, I'm not mad at it.
That's a fine start.
Do
it. You should do it.
Uh-huh.
I dare you to do it.
Uh-huh.
It's fine to start a stream. People are just settling in.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be something totally new. But then we go to Knockout City. Here's the thing about Knockout City. We've already been to Knockout City.
We already went to Knockout City on that Nintendo Direct about 2 weeks ago.
And not only that, Knockout City is already out on the PC.
Right.
Why so much time on the Knockout City?
I will say, for Knockout City, however, this trailer was a lot more in-depth than the one in the Nintendo Direct. I definitely got a much better idea of the gameplay, and I am very excited about it. I'm really looking forward to Knockout City.
Listen, I said it before. I'll say it again. There's never been a bad dodgeball video game. Then we saw some more of the Returnal. Of course, I am waiting on Returnal. I'm a big fan of Housemarque. What I loved about the description of Returnal during State of Play is they bent over backwards. They were doing some gymnastics to not say roguelike. They were saying all kinds of stuff. They're like, each time you die, you will be reborn into a map that's entirely different, and enemy placement will be different, and you'll find different items in different places. And I was like, say it's a roguelike. Why are you trying to tell me that you invented the roguelike? It looks very much like Housemarque played some Risk of Rain 2. which dope. I love Risk of Rain 2 and I love Housemarque. They also watched some good sci-fi horror. Somebody over at Housemarque watched Annihilation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end we get this weird thing where you go into a house, and I think this is one of those roguelike things where every few runs, if you get past a certain distance, you're gonna unlock some new story that will appear in the house.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing to me was just that they would not say roguelike, and it kind of like weirded me out throughout the whole thing. We got to see the developer of Absolver, Slow Clap. They're making a game called Sifu.
Now, Sifu we had to do a little extra research on because the trailer, I think, was really, really lacking. They just kept showing us the same things over and over again. They were showing us hand-to-hand combat and use of the environment, which is cool, and then they would keep cutting back to essentially one cinematic scene. But it was the same cinematic scene with the character doing the same thing and then back to hand-to-hand combat,
Yeah.
and that was pretty much the entirety of the trailer.
They were trying to show off, they were trying to give us this impression without saying it in the trailer, and they didn't do a great job of it. Basically, your character has a magical amulet, and every time you die, your character comes back a year older. And when you get too old, your game is over. That's just real life. That's just Slow Clap teaching us something that we all need to reckon with every day. I love that they started off with this like daredevilish, the raid hallway sequence kind of fight. Like, I love that they show, like, it's the raid. I love that they started with this, and I love what they're going for. Their art team, as always, is on point. Absolver was a beautiful game. And of course, I'm a huge fan of Sleeping Dogs. I'm a huge fan of like group melee combat in like the Arkham games, things like that. So I'm very into this, but you're right. I wish that they had showed more variation in what you can do in these environments and more variation in your technique. If you're gonna do a game like this, you need to show me all the different things that you can do. Now, I have total faith in this team.
Yeah.
It's just a weird trailer, and I feel like it's an early trailer.
Yeah, I think it's good game, a weak trailer. Not a bad trailer, a weak trailer. Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Kena Bridge of Spirits.
I am very much looking forward to this game. This trailer also was a little lacking. I felt like this trailer lagged a little bit. Like it's 3 minutes long and it felt like 5.
Yeah, the intros, like the cinematics, they're crushing.
Beautiful.
The character and environment designs and the animation, like
stunning.
Stellar, absolutely stellar. We get a little bit more of the story this time, but it's the same sort of thing where they're really not showing off a lot of variety yet, and I understand that they're holding some things close to the chest. This is some very like repetitive combat sequences, and I wish that we had gotten to see a little bit more. Now it gets really good towards the end here. What are the masks? What do the masks do? This is real spooky because we know it's her trying to cleanse the environment, and this shows like the environment is like turning people into things.
Yeah, that was very cool.
But for a game that is popping up in just a few months, I want to see a little bit more variety.
A lot of these trailers felt like very early trailers.
They felt, like I want to talk about Solar Ash, which is the new game from from Heart Machine, the Hyperlight Drifter team. Good friends of the show, and it looks like a really amazing game where there's still some stuff left to do. I feel like, especially for smaller indie teams, these AA teams, these truly independent teams, a big early trailer that doesn't show off enough can be detrimental. Now, I love this game just based on the fact that I love the Hyperlight team, and I loved Hyperlight. I think it's beautiful. I'm intrigued by the ideas of the traversal. I'm intrigued by the timing and the combat and all that stuff. But I feel like Sony didn't have a ton to show, and so they were kind of rushing people who weren't ready to show a lot.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People were also surprised that the state of play was only 30 minutes long.
The two games that seemed the most complete and got the most hype from everyone. Number one, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
It was a good trailer.
It's a great trailer. Hey, how are you feeling about Five Nights at Freddy's at this point in time? I don't know. What I think is very clever about this is they made a lot of money off of a very simple game. A clever, well-made, but, simple game. This is them showing, hey, we're doing a fully 3D, like, crazy immersive environment. We're doing a lot of character animation. We're bringing it up to AAA level.
Yeah.
But I think it's very smart of them for their first big AAA fully 3D game.
To stay in the Five Nights at Freddy universe.
To stay in the Five Nights at Freddy universe, exactly. You see a lot of teams where they make a ton of money off of this like one indie franchise that they're known for, and then when they get a lot of money, they're like, cool, now we can do something completely different, and everybody's like,
what?
Well, fuck you, where's Five Nights at Freddy's?
Right.
Anyway, the other game that was shown that was incredibly polished and finished looking was Deathloop, which I just get more and more excited for.
God, that was such a great trailer. I have so many wonderful things to say about this trailer. The music, they gave us the Deathloop theme song, and the theme song is something I genuinely think meets the bar of the James Bond theme songs.
It sounds like Lana Del Rey doing a James Bond theme. Now, we're not gonna play that song because we'll get arrested, but this is the Deathloop trailer, and it just keeps getting better and better. If you have not heard much about this one yet, this is the one where you're on an island full of other assassins. You are an assassin, and you are being forced by the wealthy into a most dangerous game situation where you all hunt each other. But every time you die, whoever's the last person standing, they win that round, and then time resets.
Yeah.
And you do it again, but you all have your memories, and you play a character that is tired of the loop and wants to get off the island. It's Dishonored sped up with a way more accessible style.
Beautiful 70s aesthetic. I'm very excited for this game. I think it looks absolutely stunning.
Oh, the other thing that's great about this, so it is Arcane. It is the team that made Dishonored, and you see a lot of Dishonored style combat and stuff like this. Your rival in the game is occasionally another player. So it's asynchronous multiplayer where you can just jump in, and when you appear in somebody else's game, you appear as their rival trying to take them out. So good.
So good. I'm looking forward to it so much. Do we have a release date for that?
Deathloop is coming out
eventually.
At this time. It says it's coming 2021. And then we had a huge Final Fantasy announcement. So Final Fantasy Remake Intergrade. If you played the Final Fantasy Remake, you know that they are doing some interesting things with the timeline and the story and all this stuff. They're kind of pulling a J.J. Abrams Star Trek on us. And this is an add-on DLC. This is not the next episode, but this is Intergrade is all the story of Yuffie and what's going on with Yuffie while Cloud and the gang are doing their thing. Gameplay-wise, she plays a little different. She's adorable, of course. So that's coming, that big DLC. We also got a big announcement for the PS5 and the PS5 upgrade.
That wasn't well portrayed on a live stream.
It was the corporate wants you to find the differences between these two photos.
It was.
They were just showing Final Fantasy PS5 and Final Fantasy PS4 side by side, and you were like, it looks the same. What's the big deal? It looks the same. And I was like, they can't be this proud of this.
It really did look the exact same. The only difference was like sometimes it looked like they had upped a brightness slider.
Yeah, there was more dynamic lighting, and I was like, cool, but there's not a ton more dynamic lighting.
Right,
What
it
is
was
going
like
on?
a bit.
So we went and we hunted for the trailer on the official PlayStation or Final Fantasy YouTube. When you watch it at 60 frames a second,
yes,
the difference is incredible.
It is. It is a very much more impressive difference, and I see the benefit now, but like,
it was a weird keystone to an event that was not all that exciting, if I'm honest.
But that's how they wrapped it up, and that was the state of play. We got a big old Nintendo Direct, Pokemon specific. We're literally kind of going over these announcements now, but fuck, they big.
Oh, they are big. We've got Diamond Pearl.
I loved Diamond and Pearl so much.
We got Brilliant Diamond.
We're doing a Diamond and Pearl remake for the Switch, and I fucking loved. I played Diamond, I didn't play Pearl yet, which means this time I get Pearl. Most of the time, I don't play both sides of the release, like Sword and Shield, or Diamond and Pearl, or X and Y. This gives me the opportunity to go back and play them on an upgraded console, but also hit the other one that I didn't get last time.
They're going even more adorable with this art style than they did for Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Like, it's even cuter.
It's even cuter.
I'm a big fan.
I love it so much. I love that in battle, that's really interesting. In battle, you look more like you do in like Sword and Shield. But when walking around, it's got that like squished Game Boy style.
Also, they talked about Pokemon Legends.
It would appear that we are getting some kind of like adventure open world game.
I love it.
Let me take a look here. Yeah, it's an open world adventure game. God, I feel like Nintendo looked at, and I know we already had this scheduled. We've known it was coming. But like, I feel like last night Nintendo watched the state of play and was like, oh, cute. I'll hold my beer.
Thank you, Pokemon, for giving us all of these wonderful gifts.
There's been a bunch of weird Pokemon stuff happening too leading up to this. Like a bunch of music artists did weird fucking
there's the
collaborations
Katy Perry and the Post Malone like Pokemon collabs. Like they talked a lot about like 25th anniversary stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
You know, just the collabs, the crossovers, the things that you can buy, the tchotchkes, the plastic. You know, we love it. We love it. And of course, Snap is still coming.
Oh, I'm so excited for Snap too. There's so much to look forward in Pokemon. As soon as the Switch was announced, I was like, this is the perfect Pokemon console. And they are giving us so much Pokemon for it.
So much Pokemon.
I love that.
We're joined now by John J.J. Johnton, animal wrangler, Hollywood animal wrangler, with a long and storied history.
Look, I just gotta say, we're huge fans of your work, specifically on the Tom and Jerry film. We put together actually an entire week of our show entirely focused on Tom and Jerry this week, so we're just so glad that you decided to come on.
It's an honor to be here. I'm from my farm here in Hobucket, Kentucky.
In Hobucket, okay.
How are things in Hobucket right now?
I'll tell you what, it's wild. I don't know if you can see this behind me, but there's a puma. That's my sweetheart. Her name is Diane.
Okay.
This is my son.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to ask about the child.
My son's name is Chester Chuckard.
Chester Chuckard Johnton.
John Chester Chuckard J.J. John Johnton.
JJJ
Hobucket,
CCJ.
Kentucky.
So it's JJJ CCJ Johnton.
That's correct.
Okay.
I think you missed a J.
So
Don't you ever miss a J. You guys want to talk about Tom and Jerry? I worked on so many movies.
Oh, we're so excited to talk about Tom and Jerry. So you're in Kentucky. Is that where you shot the film?
Absolutely not, Diana. I'll tell you where we shot the film. We shot it in multiple locations. We were at Warner Brothers Studios in Leavesden, England, UK.
Okay.
Wow.
We were also in New York.
That's great.
Wow.
What's it like to be working with them and wrangling? How do you wrangle Tom and Jerry? What's that like day to day?
You talking about the boys that star in the film? Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
Those are actors.
Right. Well, they're
animal actors.
They're animal actors, right?
Those are actors. They were hired by UTA.
Okay.
One time I had a UTA.
Yeah, you
in
just
high
drink
school.
some cranberry juice. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you didn't wrangle Tom or Jerry. I'll hold for a second.
Yeah, we'll hold. That's fine.
Sorry, I get thirsty.
Sure.
What was your question?
So you didn't wrangle Tom and Jerry?
No. I wrangle animals. I'm an animal wrangler. And Tom and Jerry are actors, okay? And and I don't think people know their real names. You guys want to know their real names?
Yeah, sure. I thought they were just Tom and Jerry.
No, that's stage names. Jerry is the mouse.
Yeah.
Tom's the cat.
Yes.
So Jerry's name is Christina Hendricks.
That's Christina Hendricks?
Yes, believe it or not.
From Mad Men?
Yes, that's the one. And I'll tell you what, her mother was the original Jerry, and she passed that down to her daughter, Christina Hendricks. Excuse me! Shut the up! Sorry, my horse gets loud at this time.
That's
Perfectly
okay.
It's early.
Hey, you guys want to see some animals?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'd love
absolutely.
to.
I brought some animals for you guys to see from my private collection here. I'm here in Hobucket, Kentucky. And what I've got here is, I don't know if you guys ever seen one of these. Come here, Precious. Come here, sweetheart. It's okay. Nobody.
Exciting, what an exclusive.
Okay, sweetie, here we go. Okay, you ever seen one of these?
A bird?
This is called an Australopithecus manacroticus, also known as a bird.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't she sweet? Look at this plumage here. Isn't this wonderful?
She's beautiful.
Look at this plume.
Was she in the film?
No. I've got some more animals. You want to see some more? Here we
Yeah.
go. Hang on.
That's
Come here,
probably,
sweetie.
the bird can
This
fly.
one-
That's probably fine.
It's okay, I'm sure.
This one's small, so I gotta be careful. Okay, come here. Come here. This one's called Eleanor Roosevelt.
Oh, hello, Eleanor.
Yes. This is my little girl, Eleanor, and she's such a little sweetie. Maybe I can get her to sing for you.
Oh,
Sing, sweetie. Why don't you sing? Sing for us. I'll squeeze you. I swear to God, I'll squeeze you.
Oh, dear.
I heard. Is that a cow?
Is that okay? Yep. That's
Okay,
that's
yeah,
a bird.
I think I heard it. It's perfect.
Yeah, no, she's beautiful.
We love Eleanor. That's so wonderful. So, since you were an animal.
Okay.
Okay.
And that one's done. You guys want to see some more? I got lizards. Check this
Yeah.
out. This lizard. This is one of my favorite lizards. Oh, you know what? He's reacting to. He's a chameleon.
Is that a chameleon?
He changes color depending on where he is.
Yeah.
This one's special to me because I'll tell you what. This one I caught myself in the rainforest of Ghana.
Wow. And you still have the tag on it too.
Yes,
That's
he
very
was
rare.
born-
Tag is
he
like
was
to
born-
keep track of
I
your
caught him when
animals.
he was born. That's a sweetie. Okay, and this here is a rock.
Yes, it is.
Was that from the set?
No.
So
And I'll tell you one more thing here. You guys like Komodo dragons?
I do.
absolutely.
All right, check this out. This one's a Komodo dragon. This one comes from Brazil.
Oh, that's
That's not right.
concerning.
That can't be. Now,
What is that?
And he gets scared sometimes, so I gotta keep. So this is a Komodo dragon.
okay. It's a Komodo dragon. Sage.
Its tail.
He's an animal expert. So, what sort of animals did you work with day to day on Tom and Jerry?
There were scorpions. There was like about 14 scorpions on the set at all times. The director requested these scorpions. They weren't featured on film, but I was wrangling them.
Why did he want scorpions?
You know, sometimes directors ask for things that are kind of strange. You know,
Yeah. So Tim Story said bring 14 scorpions
I
with you
need
to
14
set.
scorpions, and I need them. I want them at Crafty. I want them hanging out at Crafty, loose.
So
I had to keep it-
you go to get a sandwich and it could be scorpion?
That's correct, and I would be watching that Crafty, and I'll tell you what, they had some really good mac and cheese.
Did somebody accidentally eat a scorpion?
No,
JJ?
but about 3 people got stung, and I'm actually part of an ongoing investigation that I can't talk about. But here's another bird. You guys like birds? We love birds.
Whoa,
here.
that bird is also a chameleon.
This bird is beautiful. I'll tell you something about this bird. Sometimes he'll say things in English.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. It's
You
like
guys want to hear? This is a chameleon bird.
Okay.
Okay.
It's from Yugoslavia. Oh, there she goes. You hear her whistling?
Yeah.
Here, I'll try to bring her closer to the.
Oh yeah, that's adorable.
That's
She
so
sings
cute.
Green Sleeves. Check. What?
What?
That I didn't.
What did she
No,
say?
she's fine. She's fine. She's fine. She didn't say anything. That was nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's JJ. It seems like a lot of birds. Seems like
Yeah,
mostly
we love
birds.
I love birds. And by the way, if you guys want some information on Tom and Jerry, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
There were about 14 birds died on the set of Tom and Jerry, and that was
Why?
my fault.
That is not the information we were hoping for.
Why,
You said,
JJ?
and here, guys, look, this is a toy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Nice toy. Why did 14 birds die on the set of Tom and Jerry?
Well, I'll tell you what. There was a propane tank that was by one of the Star Wagons.
Sure.
And I had accidentally punctured that with my snake knife. And what happened was the bird cage was right next to that, and so they were all poisoned to death by propane gas.
Now, I know that I should be asking about something else when it comes to this story, but I am going to focus on snake knife.
Yes.
And I am going to ask you what is a snake knife?
It might be what you think it is if you it's what you think it is.
It's a knife that you only use on snakes?
That's correct.
Or is it made of snake? Like, does it have like a...
That's correct. And I'll tell you what, one time my buddy got caught real hard on a barbed wire in where were we? We were in India on location. We were shooting the remake of The Grapes of Wrath. It hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
And he was stuck in the barbed wire, and we didn't have anything to get him out. But I did have my snake knife on me, and they were saying that would work perfectly. And I said, this knife is for snakes only, and I walked away.
Wow.
Did he die?
Shit, you know what? Maybe he did. Shit.
Hey, real quick, JJ, who plays Jerry?
Oh yeah, this is some good fun. You guys want to hear about Jerry? Who plays Jerry?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer. Saturday Night Live's Jim Brewer.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, look
you never
him
would
up
have
on
thought.
Google. He's got some good recent clips.
Huh.
Okay.
Famous stand-up comedian Jim Brewer.
Yeah.
Well, JJ, thank you so much for this look behind the scenes of Tom and Jerry. We really appreciate it. We're so sorry about all of your scorpions and birds and...
That's okay. I get them in bulk. The children that I hire, they bring them to me in their socks when they come. So what they do is they'll fly to foreign places and then they'll hide my parrots and my scorpions in their socks, and they don't check those. That baggage claim. Hot tip.
All right. Good to know. John JJ Johnson, everybody. Anything you wanna plug or anything you wanna mention before we go?
Yeah, we're doing a remake of The Lion King with real lions, and 3 people died on the set last week, so you probably won't be hearing about that. But what we're doing is we're hoping that this movie's gonna come out by 2026. So, and I'm the animal wrangler on that one, and my bionic arm over here.
Okay.
It hurt.
All right.
Did I show you guys my bionic arm?
No, I feel like you buried the lead on that one.
Yeah.
Well, this is what happens when you wrangle tigers.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you so much, JJ, for coming on. It's been something.
John
Can you
JJ
validate my
Johnson.
parking?
Tom and Jerry comes out today on HBO Max.
We'll be right back.
You guys do validation, parking validation?
You haven't driven
very
anywhere. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you want to see more episodes of It's Too Early, be sure to subscribe.
And if you want to catch the show live, we are live every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/Pixel Circus.